Finish the story. What happened?
There was once a group of Cybermen. Over years of experimenting, they managed to regain their emotions, their souls. Practically skeletons with minds. They saw how they were created. They saw the destruction that was happening in the universe, and they were desperate to stop it. So they called themselves the Peace. And their only aim was to bring peace to the entire universe. Soon, the Peace came to Earth in need of help. They were building a machine, a new Cyberman that wouldn't need a human body to convert. They called it the Sentiment. And then I came along. I had heard the legends of the Peace. A group of Cybermen who'd regained their emotions. That was something you'd never hear from Cybermen. At first, the Peace were unsure. As a Time Lord, being a powerful warrior race, I could be dangerous, but they trusted me. And Isaac, it was beautiful. They asked for a part of the TARDIS. Not a vital part. It was useless to me. But I wanted to help, so I gave it to them. But the part was infected with a space infection. The infection was too small for any Time Lord mechanic to see. The thing is with space infections that it only needs a small amount of fear and hatred to work. And the sentiments needed fear and emotion. So when I gave my fear and hatred, the space infection took over. And all my hatred was converted into a machine. It made the sentiment go mad. And it became Deadlock.
Why do you call Deadlock he?
Deadlock is me. He's the Doctor. The Doctor who is too afraid. Too afraid to face his fears. Too afraid to face his corners of darkness.
So how do we stop him?
We run. We hide. We stay together.
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, that's a Crotox. You didn't have to kill it.
As far as I'm concerned, nearly killed you. You're welcome, by the way.
You're so human.
How did that Crotox get hurt?
I can only reckon it escaped through a crack in a paradox. Probably came from the silent world. Or Deadlock's been keeping slaves.
Where's this place?
It's an ungenerated area. Or unspawned, you could call it. Basically an area of a paradox that's not in the concentration of the controller.
And in English?
You know, in a camera, when you take a picture, you have those blurred parts in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those blurred parts. Deadlock isn't concentrating on these parts. He's not focusing on these areas. So eventually these parts of the universe sort of just empty themselves out.
How does that benefit us?
Because Deadlock won't find us here.
Right, that's what I'm looking for. Should have told me when you asked. Can't believe you made Deadlock.
Do you think I intended it to be that way?
Well, no, but you're the one who was responsible for the part of the TARDIS which was infected. Why are you doing all this, Doctor? What could you possibly gain from doing it?
I can't tell anymore. I don't know if it's real or if it's a paradox.
But why?
I did this on purpose!
What?
I did it to save Ruby. I did it so that a paradox clown of her would still be alive.
That's insane! The Paradox Clown wouldn't exist in the real world. Do you even understand the scale of this? People are dying. If you bring Paradox Ruby in here, billions will die. You're so selfish, Doctor. You say you're weak when you travel alone, but instead you're better off.
Sorry.
Like that's gonna change everything. Seriously, how are you gonna stop Deadlock?
Like I said, Deadlock has a part of the TARDIS in it. If I manage to self-destruct the TARDIS whilst I'm inside it, any other detached pieces will decay. And so will he.
But if this is the real world, he'll die.
I know. And I've got to leave.
Where are you going?
I've got to say goodbye to someone.
Doctor, good luck.
Looking for something.
What the hell are you doing here?
Trying to find you.
Why?
Deadlock. When was the last time you saw me?
Well, I was with you and Leo and you left. You said you were going to find Deadlock. However, I suspect the last time you saw me was before we'd even met.
Yeah.
You frightened me. I thought I was going to turn into you. You know you corrupted our whole timeline.
How did you figure that out?
The TARDIS managed to sense that something was wrong.
Sorry about that.
Well, I was curious about Deadlock, hence why I'm here.
Thank God you are. I need you more than ever.
Doctor.
Long time no see, eh?
The construction is complete.
The construction, I heard about this. It's insane.
It will bring peace to the universe.
Peace. That's a good word, isn't it? Ever heard of the peace? Stunned silence. That's unlike you, isn't it? The sentiment.
That's impossible.
But
No, I think you'll find it is very much possible. The sentiment is Deadlock. And who built the sentiment? Me.
you infected me.
No. You infected yourself. Now might be a good time to,
Run.
Kill the Doctor. This universe shall stand.
So you created Deadlock then?
Yes, but I didn't intend it to be that way. I was never warned. I was never aware that a machine that I created would become like Deadlock.
So you want me to help you stop him then? What do you want me to do to help?
We need to reverse time. Reverse time so that none of these events ever happened. If we can do so, then you'll wake up just before the first paradox was created. Remember, when we saw that first paradox clown? Up until that point, none of this will have ever happened.
But Doctor, that's huge. Maybe you could reverse a few years or so, but Deadlock's been around for decades.
Which is why I'm going to use the TARDIS. An insane amount of energy. What I'm going to do is use the TARDIS to jump between paradoxes, and that will tear the fabric of space and time completely.
You can't be sure this is the main paradox. I mean, you could die.
My time's running out. It's a chance I'm willing to take.
I see. Is there any reason why you did this?
For a friend.
So I guess this is the last time I see you then.
Yes.
Good luck.
Let's get to work.
Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you now, Doctor.
It's over, Deadlock. This is it. This is the end.
You did this to me, Doctor.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
You are the enemy of the night.
Goodbye. God. You must warn me about these things, you know. If he was to come in here, a paradox would open. God knows what would happen then. Right. Destination